Hi everyone, I'm Candace at Eclectic Coach, and I am going to be doing your pick a piece reading. And I hope that you find this to be helpful. I hope that you can hear me okay. I don't know where my microphone is, and I've had quite a time finding it. So I'm just going to jump in. And for those of you who picked piece number 1, also be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates when I create new material. Also, I do oracle coaching to help you tune into your own inner guidance and follow through on it. So if you're interested, there's a link below to do that. So jumping in, how to manifest. And so let's just see what we have in terms of how to manifest. Okay, so, and I'm not reading reversals. This is a good time for abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. So this is how you need to see yourself right now. You need to see yourself as being abundant now. Start making mental lists in your mind right now about how and where and why you are already manifesting. And look for the tiny little threads to see how it is coming in. Sometimes we kind of have to work to see it for a minute. But if you start to look at, and what I'm getting is specifically begin asking yourself, because questions direct your focus on how this is already happening and how this is already coming into your life at this time. Okay, so how you need to be emotionally carrying yourself. Okay. Flippers only. Okay. Well, the card that just fell on the floor, I'm not going to grab that one. Okay. So, is breaking free. And the one that fell on the floor was around family harmony. So, there's something that's going on for you, maybe emotionally, in your home life, in your family life, in your deep emotional area that needs to be liberated. What I'm kind of getting with this card is you need to break free of any constraints you feel around being able to express yourself. And also I'm getting just seeing yourself as abundant right now is going to help you break free from some of these limiting emotions. But I'm also getting images of you doing things physically to break free, like running or like really pushing yourself on some physical level that makes you feel strong, and understanding that physically in your body, like pushing yourself will make you feel invigorated and more free. Okay, so in terms of how you need to think and communicate in order to manifest this new, things are falling back here. Okay, in order to manifest your dreams, thinking and communicating. Okay, so thinking and communicating. So what I'm getting specifically with this growth card, in order to manifest your dreams, for those of you who picked piece number 1, is having a growth mindset. I think it's Carol Dweck at Stanford who talks about the power of a growth mindset. So if you make mistakes, or perhaps it hasn't happened what you feel like is fast enough, remember you're still in a state of growth, and just to nurture that along and to see it as a process and enjoy the time that it takes, instead of what I'm getting specifically in terms of the way you think and communicate is don't try to do it all at once. Like, don't try to think that you need to have everything figured out all at once. It's a growth process that takes time. And in terms of how you need to communicate, I'm also getting that you need to practice some discernment about who you're communicating to and what you're communicating to them. I'm also getting something around when you talk about things, you talk to the same people, you talk about the same kind of things, you are kind of communicating in the same old ways that you used to communicate, instead of practicing discernment and asking yourself, is this something that I want to create more of? When you create these old habitual patterns of the way that you communicate and who you communicate to, that's in some way preventing you from manifesting your dreams. So in order to break free from that, only tell people who are going to nurture your dreams, only talk about it on an as need to know basis, and what I'm also getting is tend to your garden, and not allowing other people to plant weeds in your garden is something that I'm getting around that. Okay. So let's get some information about some practical stuff that you can do for those of you who picked piece number 1. Some practical things that you can do to manifest your dreams. Let's see if we can get... Okay, so I'm getting trust that you have the resources before you to get through these challenges. So on a practical level, I'm remembering Wayne Dyer and how he was talking about when he was having issues with alcoholism. He didn't say, I'm an alcoholic. He would say, I'm a camel. I wake up without having a drink and I go to bed without having a drink. Something about that. So maybe just in a very practical way, if you've been drinking or something you've been drinking needs to be eliminated, but also drink more water and use the resources that you have on hand to create what you would like to create. And don't be afraid if you're starting from just like a seed. Over time, it will grow. And as you practice discernment, it's like tending to your garden in your mind, and what grows and what doesn't grow, you'll have more control over. And anything else practical that they can do related to manifesting their dreams. But yeah, seeing yourself as already abundant, working with what you have on hand, asking yourself questions related to that, nurturing the growth that you've already started developing. What other practical pieces of advice do you have for piece number 1? Come on. There we go. So also you need to stand up for yourself and speak your truth. Maybe that's part of breaking free. In addition to seeing yourself as abundant, you just need to, because if you can see these 2 cards here, there's like in the purple and the tones and stuff, communicating your truth is a big part of breaking free. And it says, stand up for your truth and speak respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. So that makes me think of just being fully present as you communicate your truth. And also to remember that all relationships, healthy ones, are a negotiation, an ongoing negotiation of needs. So you might have to express some boundaries, or say no to hang out with certain people, or just, I'm not really interested in talking about that, and redirecting the conversation to what is working is going to help you, because you need to start seeing yourself, like I said, as abundant. Okay, so it's not really tests to pass, but I think that's just, there's choice points that help us come and decide what we want. But it kind of seems like when we're learning a particular lesson, we get, opportunities to practice. And so let's see if we can get any themes around a test that might be coming up for you. So, got to practice tending your garden, nurturing it, And what I'm getting is tend to it lovingly and like with gentleness. And you're going to get some sort of test around what you've been practicing. And also managing your emotions in a clear, calm, rational way. Because I got the King of Cups in reverse. So maybe you are practicing speaking your truth without freaking out or becoming overly defensive. Maybe you've realized that you have to be more discerning, and maybe it's a bit of a struggle because you're, at the seedling beginning stages, and maybe you don't have a ton of resources, but Spirit is saying that you do have enough resources to get you through. So use what's on hand, but you're going to have a test around practicing handling your emotions in a clear, constructive, balanced, somewhat of an objective, emotional, like consideration for your emotions, but still objective way is a test that's going to be coming up for you. And what else can we get that's a practical step? So things are coming in, and your ship is already kind of hanging out in the harbor. So it's about walking down to it and, again, seeing where you're already abundant and walking down to the water's edge is a very practical step. Like, it's here, the boat's here, go meet it at the dock. Okay, and then also you got to resist finding something shiny every time you're emotionally challenged to distract yourself is also going to be important. Okay, so what can they do for some abundance, some material growth? Material outgrowth of doing these things. Okay, I'm going to read these upright. Okay. So, okay, so the material outgrowth is, okay, yeah, so you might be entering into some new partnership. And what I'm getting is with the romantic partner and the sexuality in reverse, what I'm getting is, yeah, I'm just feeling like on a material level, your mind is going to be just a little bit more on a firm foundation now this can be a romantic partner or this can be a business partner, but it's almost kind of like when she's holding this upside down, it's more like she's holding back the cookie jar a little bit here. Like, she's like, okay, you can court me. Maybe that this has something to do with discernment. Maybe this has to do with some sort of business agreement or something like that, where you are tempering the sexual creative energy that might be present in that experience in order to create something firm and solid. And also this might just be true for some of you, but for some of you, you might be, just harnessing your own, practicing more discernment around a new budding relationship. And if this person isn't coming from an emotionally stable place, where your abundance is you're breaking free from outdated patterns of putting up with that kind of thing. And maybe you're evaluating what you've already grown so far. But yeah, I see you holding back on certain aspects of it until you have an equal partner. So I hope that you found this to be helpful for those of you who picked pile number 1. Oh, and one last thing before I have you go. We're going to pull some spiritual advice, a spiritual perspective around this. Okay, why wait for heaven? For those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. The light is in them now. Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all. The peace of God is now shining in me now. So, this is about shifting your focus and shifting your perspective. And seeing how you already are abundant. And looking for the good in other people and in the situation is the spiritual advice for this. So I hope that was helpful for those of you who chose piece number 1. And if you would like coaching, I'd love to help you. Thanks. Okay, so for those of you who picked piece number 2, let's look here at manifesting your dreams, and also be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, I do a 4 appointment Oracle coaching series. So if you're interested in that, that's where we tune into your guidance. And I also help you with coaching tools, follow through on that guidance, and see some real progress. So let's jump into your reading for those of you who picked pile number 2, manifesting your dreams. How you need to see yourself right now. How you need to see yourself. Okay. So what I'm hearing is, let's see, can you see the cards? What I'm hearing is this is a new beginning, and you need to see yourself as being nourished, and that the universe and the whole world around you is abundant, full of infinite possibilities. I'm just seeing this person with their arms open, kind of similar to the first reading. So if you were drawn to piece number 1, you might want to check that out. But seeing like the universe and the world as friendly and abundant and growing with opportunities. Because remember, everything is just a mixture and a recombination of different elements, or the same elements over and over in a myriad of different ways. And you need to see that you're having a new beginning. And regardless of what ever happened in the past, this is a new door. And I'm just seeing of abundance, of fullness, of health, of I'm also being drawn to like how healthy the food is. So this is a new beginning, maybe in terms of like a diet that's gonna take you from, because it's like this wintry atmosphere, into this lush green revivified feeling. And as far as the emotions that you need to carry that will help you on your journey, let's look at that. The emotions that you need to carry to help you manifest your dreams. Okay, so, wow, very similar to pile number 1. I'm also hearing food is going to improve your focus. So seeing yourself as healthy and vital and eating food on the light spectrum is going to make you feel better. And remember, it's a daily practice, and you don't have to practice perfectly. Practice makes perfect. So as you implement these habits and you have a growth mindset and you forgive yourself when you make mistakes or when you slip up on your intended plan, it's not all lost. You just kind of go back to it and you continue practicing, and you be gentle on yourself is really important. And then emotions to carry to manifest is a peacefulness within yourself. Also, again, with the leaves and like maybe being outdoors, looking up at trees, practicing outside if at all possible. Also thinking about it, kind of working on it when and where you can outside can bring peace to you, which is also helpful in manifesting. In terms of how you need to think and communicate. Let's look at that. I don't know why, but we're going to go thinking and communicating. What do they need to know for piece number 2? Thinking and communicating. Okay, so what I'm getting around this is it's really about action and food being your fuel, but also feeding your mind. But eating the right kind of food to support you in taking action. So in terms of the way you think and communicate, take action on whatever it is that you're talking about or discussing with other people. Focus more on taking action than telling people. But I'm getting specifically, take action. You got to take the steps towards this new beginning. When you see the doorway, you've got to walk through it. What else about the way that they're thinking? You got to take action, but there's something that you need to reconsider. What I'm hearing is whether or not it's worth it or not. And then something about when it comes to your thinking, it's up to you. So take action. Maybe you are reconsidering some of the actions you've been taking, but Spirit wants you to know, if this resonates with you, then it's up to you. There are no wrong choices. We live in the multiverse, and some of the realities that we didn't take, that fork in the road, are existing in the multiverse. At least that's what I believe anyway. So you can't make the wrong decision. So if you've been deliberating for too long, you might just need to take action and realize that the ultimate outcome is up to you. But for some of you, there's something that you need to reconsider if it's worth taking with you, if it's too heavy, if it's burdening you from taking action, and to know that it is absolutely your right to decide if that's something that you want to do. It's totally up to you. Okay, so practical steps. Practical steps. Okay, practical steps. Practical steps. Practical steps for those who picked piece number 2, Spirit. Please help us find practical steps. Okay, we're going to take that one. And practical steps. And another one? No? Okay. Practical steps. Practical steps. One more practical step. Okay. Well, it's within reach. So, let's look at these practical steps. Okay, so it's interesting that we got these 2 kind of floating sea creatures. So water and atmosphere are so important to you. Music and sound and subtle vibration is very, very important to your healing. I also got the image when I first pulled this, is like in your car, like think about your playlist and prime yourself for a feeling of well-being, a feeling of abundance. And rather than trying to change things, work more on the subtle level with your mood and just kind of feeling pleasant. But also, in some way, as a practical step, you need to strike out on your own and relinquish overdependency on others. So that's a practical step where you consider where you need to be more independent, and think about playing the music intentionally to pump you up, to make you feel confident, to make you feel motivated. And then there are parts of this situation when it comes to what you're manifesting where you're just going to have to, like, don't push the river, float along in it and enjoy the ride. That's what I'm getting around that. Okay, so test and choice points. So some areas where you're going to be able to practice your skills to see. Okay. So we got the High Priestess and the Five of Cups. In this particular example, she's looking at her cups. So the test is to choose, and then it's with this High Priestess here, and what I'm getting reading the cards visually and intuitively is you get to choose, because again, it's up to you when it comes to this manifestation, what cup, that means cups being areas of emotional fulfillment, you want to focus on. And you need to learn to trust yourself to make the right choice. And part of that test is practicing using your intuition to see which of these cups you're going to go after here. Which of them that you're going to grab. And ultimately, you know the best choice to make. And it probably has something to do with stepping out and being independent, letting go of something. There's just some acceptance that needs to be happening here. It reminds me of the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And sometimes playing music while taking thoughtful action and practicing. And really embodying and practicing while maintaining peacefulness and understanding that you live in an abundant universe that's providing for you is going to help you step through this door here and help you manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest. So, what is the good material outgrowth of the situation? Just enjoying the journey. The outgrowth is going to be a continuation. You're going to continue in the growth that you've already been doing. It doesn't need to be completed. It's about enjoying the process so that you're taking action and enjoying the whole process of life, because there really is no destination in getting somewhere. But you would feel lighter and more comfortable within yourself if you practice more independence, if you turned on music and lyrics that made you feel really good, take your mind off of whatever has been kind of holding you back and reconsider if something's worth carrying. But if you've been doing too much deliberation that's preventing you from taking action, you need to remember that it's all up to you and that we live in this abundant universe. And you got to just practice. And practice over time makes perfect. But you're going to be given an opportunity, a test, and it's not really a test, it's really just a choice point to use your intuition to choose which of these 5 cups is going to be the most fulfilling for you. But I think playing music, accepting something is important, and also healthy food is going to be really, really important in that part of the transformation. So let's see. Spiritual guidance for those who picked pile number 2. Okay, so beauty. So beautifying your surroundings, beautifying your physical appearance might help you feel more comfortable. I'm also getting, as it relates to if there's something that you need to practice or some action that you need to take with this music and independence and all that, I'm just getting that, like, cleaning yourself up and looking attractive is going to help you feel more confident, even in making just basic decisions. It's going to help you feel more confident in stepping out and being more independent. So, being aware of beauty and spirit. And this is something else that's coming through. Your true beauty comes from the beauty of what you're able to appreciate within. So it's not about comparing yourself to anyone else. It's not like trying to be like anyone else. It's not about, especially with these cards in reverse here, about a particular destination, or if you achieve this, or if you lost these pounds, or if you got this house, then you would look better, or things would be more beautiful. It's about appreciating the beauty in the moment to moment awareness, seeing all the beauty that's already there, noticing the natural beauty that's all around you. And then admiring with this cat is just making me think of admiring your own attractive qualities. Like, what do you find attractive about your appearance, and accentuating that. And when you're on this self-care, because it's really more about self-care than anything else, you're going to feel more beautiful. You're going to have the energy and confidence to be more independent. You're going to feel safer accepting the situation, or accepting aspects about it. And I think that the music and things like that are going to help you get into that beautiful, attractive kind of vibe, kind of feeling. So I've got my cards all messy here. But I hope that that was helpful for those of you who picked pile number 2. Thanks. Okay, everybody, I'm Candace with Eclectic Coach, and this is my Pick a Piece series. And if you're interested in personal oracle card coaching, I offer a 4-part service that will help you tune into your own intuitive guidance, and we use the cards, and I also help you follow through on that guidance so that you can see tangible results. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I don't know if I said that already. But let's jump right into your reading. So, how to manifest your dreams. How you need to see yourself. You need to see yourself as a hard worker. You need to see yourself as somebody who puts in the time, who puts in the energy, who does work hard. And also to acknowledge what you've already created thus far. These pentacles kind of make me think about like her working on one, but she's already gotten so many. So reflecting on the achievements that you've already put forth so far, knowing that you have the self-discipline to put forth the work that's required is going to go a long way in shoring up your self-esteem and knowing that you fully deserve it. Also, you have your own unique style. So I'm just being drawn to these patterns on her shirt. You have your own unique style. Embrace that. See yourself as unique. See yourself as a creative person who can make things, who can design the life experiences and the skills and the services and the products that they want to create, because you're very capable. How you need to, I just want to see if there's anything else about how you need to see yourself, how they need to see themselves to manifest your dreams, for those who picked pile number 3. Okay. I just heard the exact opposite of a pirate. So yeah, you have integrity, you work hard, you can apply yourself consistently over time. You're not a pirate. You don't just swoop in and see what's available. And also what I'm getting is you have grit. And you need to see yourself as a person of determination and grit, and not just somebody who walks away when it gets a little hard or it gets a little... You need to see yourself as a person who can stabilize and get centered in a workspace, in an environment. You got staying power, and to know how valuable that is. So, emotions to carry. Emotions to carry that will help you on your journey. I think I'm going to go with this one here. Yeah, emotions to carry that will support you on your journey for those who pick pile number 3. Okay. I think I'm going to just shuffle one more time. Emotions to best carry for those who picked pile number 3. And I'm not reading reversals today. So, see that the hard work and the experiences that you've been through and are currently going through were initiations. There's just something about this person's grit, this person's integrity, this person's work ethic. You've been in situations that have been hard, that have been challenging, but you pulled through. And they're kind of like initiations. And yeah, you don't just back down. You're ready to be fierce. You're ready to be a leader. You're ready to be called upon. You're very capable. That's the kind of emotions that you need to have right now. Whatever experiences that you've had in the past that have been painful or difficult, they were gifts, they were lessons that have forged you and helped. Kind of the orange in the tiger makes me think of a flame, like have been forged in the flame, where they've helped you become somebody that people can rely on, listen to, and you need to just embrace that in order to manifest your dreams. This leadership and seeing all the mistakes of the past from yourself or others as gifts and lessons and just opportunities for your growth. Okay, so how you're being advised to think and communicate. How they're being advised to... Ooh, all right. I normally don't read reversals, but I'm kind of feeling that. How to think. So, what I'm getting is you might need to provide hope to other people, be like a flame, like a candle. Like I'm just kind of seeing like a dark forest and this person holding up a light when there's been kind of like deeply entrenched thoughts or beliefs in a community, in a workplace, in a relationship, in a family dynamic. But you are illuminating like a different way. And you can come because you, in order to manifest your dreams, if you're able to see the past experiences that you've been through is helping you become like this leader, you don't need to be overly defensive or weary or tired. You can kind of let your guard down. These seeds have already sprouted. You can kind of just like, I'm just getting like the more of a feeling of rest from this card. Just resting in your leadership, knowing on a deep soul level about this level of hope. And also be open to new ideas, new perspectives. Like this flame is small in the forest, but it does illuminate different aspects of thought. And there's going to be new ideas and information that are coming to you that start off as like this little seed, these little seedlings, a little baby idea. But it's over time going to transform into so much more. It's kind of in this primordial space. It's kind of an idea. And just to be open, like this woman's reaching out to this baby, be open to nurturing these creative ideas and don't be so defensive. And even though something's just barely budding, nurturing it, tending to it, being open to new things, and also just offering hope wherever you are is going to be important. Communicate ideas and thoughts of hope where other people might be a little bit more pessimistic. Okay, so practical steps that they can do here. Practical steps. Okay, not this deck. All right. Some practical steps. Okay. So, get away from people a little bit so you can hear your own thoughts. Carve out some non-negotiable time so that you can get perspective from any situation that you are too enmeshed in. And you know that you're enmeshed when you're having circular, unproductive, ongoing thoughts. So if there's a situation like that, you need to step away, get some solitude, and get some perspective so that you can show up as the leader that you're meant to be, so that you can reflect on some past experiences that you've already been initiated through, and so that you can just kind of get back down to work in a comfortable way. But you are going to still, like I said, be coming up with new ideas. They're kind of in the primordial space. Keep reaching for them and keep offering hope to the people around you. And another practical step, Spirit. Trust your intuition. Wow, these readings have been very, very similar in some ways. Trusting your intuition is a very important theme. And being alone, just being alone. Maybe staring up at the night sky is a good thing for you. I'm just seeing all this around here. And doing that will help you come up with some ideas that you can apply to this leadership role. Because in order to manifest this, you've got to have some staying power. You've got to be a leader. You've got to step up. But you also can take some time to be alone. And really being able to tune into your own inner guidance is mission critical. So some themes around a choice point or a test. Excuse me. Again. So what I'm hearing is, can you trust in the universe? Can you go with the flow? Can you take this situation that you're trying to intuit about and gain more perspective on, something related to bringing hope, new ideas, the beginning of an endeavor, but take it as it comes. Don't push the river, float through the river, enjoy. And what I'm getting is take it moment to moment. I got up to get a drink of water and sorry about that. Like, I got up to get a drink of water and I just started thinking about this card, and some new information about it was coming up, and that's about practicing stillness and the present moment. And as you do that, you're going to become more observant to what is and less distracted by outside stuff. And so, focusing on the moment is going to be really, really helpful. Okay. Oh, my throat chakra is just lighting up right now. All right. I think that's for me too. All right, so material outgrowth. Material outgrowth. Okay, so as you do this, you are going to be very successful. I see more color coming into your life, abundance. This is the sign of successful business endeavors, but also just very much being recognized for your hard work, your contribution, your staying power. And I'm hearing making new friends. You're going to make new friends. Life is going to feel more vibrant and more colorful. Yes, and so memories from the past, what I'm getting from the Six of Cups in reverse is that maybe some people from your past or just childhood friends could be dropping into your life. You could also be getting, as a material outgrowth, intuitive communication from the spirit realm. And just friends. Yeah, friends, good time, celebration. Maybe some people coming back from your past that just really know you really well. Or people who just feel like family, feel like friends. Because this card's in reverse and it's just like these two women are being dropped into this woman's life. So celebrations, cheers, and also I see it being divinely orchestrated and synchronistic events around it. There's something very interesting that is drawing my attention to the birds. So ravens, I don't really know what kind of bird those are, but ravens but like little doves and parrots. So maybe that's significant to you in some way. Or a sign in the material world that you're on the right path. So, spiritual guidance. Spiritual guidance for those who picked piece number 3. Okay. Answer the call. I'm getting that's literally like if your friends call you, like answer the call, they invite you out, go. Maybe go dancing with your girlfriends or with some friends, or go play some sort of physical sport. But whatever it is, get out and about and move around. That's what Spirit's telling you to do. So I hope that you found that to be helpful. Those of you who picked pile number 3 or piece number 3, art piece number 3. And I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so for those of you who picked art piece number 4, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested, I do Oracle coaching. That's a 4-series package where we go through, we tune into your intuition, and we help you get guidance, but also follow through on that guidance, because that's when you see real results. I would love to support you in your journey. Check out the link below for that. And let's just jump into your reading. And this is about how you can manifest your dreams. Now, how you need to see yourself. Spirit, how does those who picked piece number 4 need to see themselves to manifest their dreams? How do they need to see themselves? Okay. So, I'm not going to read reversals today. So, you need to see yourself as a person who's in balance. What I'm really seeing is a person who's got their stuff together and who's not going to run away from the annoying, like, minutia of life. You seem like somebody, and how you need to, and what I'm getting is you're like this and you need to recognize this about yourself. And that's that you are dependable, and you are somebody who gets in there and doesn't shy away from what needs to be done. On the day-to-day, you're very dependable, and you need to see yourself as that. And you're a one step at a time, very methodical person. So having things organized and neat and well squared away is very important to you. I'm also just intuitively picking up that it's okay for you to just openly acknowledge that, yeah, you are aware of your image and how you come across to people, and you like to have things situated. And that's okay. And you need to be okay with that. And I feel that you are, and that's great. You need to see yourself as, somebody who's just like, I get it done, and I keep myself up while I do it. But it's just really the day-to-day maintenance, a lot of that. Yeah, beauty. It's like Spirit is saying definitely acknowledge your beauty, but it's not just like beauty that you just have. It's like beauty also that you work for, that you get in and you maintain and that you keep up. So there's just something about like just image vibes that are, and that's okay. Yeah, you keep up a nice, I don't want to say a nice appearance because there's substance to it, but it's very wholesome, and being proud of that and owning that is very important. Emotions to carry with you, emotions that they need to carry with them to manifest. Not reading reversals. Yeah, stability and structure and roles and like something about a neat home, a neat appearance to your home is important. There's something about the emotional body and your home and family and roles at work, roles in your family are kind of important. There's something, I'm hearing something about hierarchy. But emotions to carry, what do they need to know? Yeah, because it was upside down at first, and then I was like, I don't read reversals, and I don't. But I guess what you need to know is that at any moment you can look down and reevaluate your energy, your efforts, your roots, your priorities, your day-to-day, and just change your perspective if it gets to be too much or it gets to be too cumbersome, or sometimes you have a flexible schedule, sometimes you don't. What I'm getting is you're just so like internally grounded and balanced, and you need to really lean into that to manifest your dreams, but that's just a part of who you are. And so, yeah, things might get a little topsy-turvy sometimes, but you just keep things balanced. And even though this card was saying there's something out of balance, I'm getting that you are very balanced as a general rule. Now, for some of you, I am picking up that maybe you felt out of balance because of like some sort of home situation not being fully in balance. But what I'm getting around that is get a higher perspective. And that will help you manage your energy level, your physical energy level, and it will change your mood. Okay, so how should they think about the situation? Okay, so what I'm hearing is think about how you can get support in your home from friends, family, cousins, people who feel like friends, neighbors. And be communicative, network, be open to people that you wouldn't even think about normally associating with. You never know who your next miracle is. And also you are being supported from the spiritual realms, and you can make contact there as well. Know that there are spiritual energies that are influencing your thought process. So you want to be engaging with uplifting thought forms, not negative ones. And if you start to feel overly negative, take an Epsom salt bath, like cleanse, purify. But really, I'm getting just more of like associate, network, And there's something about you can communicate also through the astral plane. If your home life is out of balance and you don't have like a home situation where you can build in routines, you might have to do things in a more creative way. Know that you can get a higher perspective on how and where to manage your energy so that you don't become depleted, and you can communicate with the spirit world to compensate for the lack of boundaries and structure you may feel at this time if you feel out of balance, but you still got to be in the mix of things. But if you are just this very balanced person who's very aware of their image and beauty and aesthetics, and you do have a solid home situation, this is about connecting with neighbors, communicating with your community, making new friends that you wouldn't have considered. And also Queen of Pentacles, so nurture things along, be happy, like tend to your garden, nurture, be practical and grounded. And my eyes are being drawn to the hummingbird and the spirit of the hummingbird. Feed on the nectar of life. You don't have to be hard on yourself. Appreciate that you have these qualities, but be patient with others. Especially, I'm being drawn to this kid here. Others who may be less mature and less developed in this area than you are, be patient with them. Be patient with your own children. As you are maintaining this high level of work and aesthetic, like, be patient, be loving. The universe supports you. You're supported from the unseen realms if you feel out of balance. But if you do feel balanced, really lean into that and serve your community. Step in and do that. And that's going to help you manifest your dreams. Now, practical steps that can help you are, getting some quiet time. This is a reoccurring theme for the collective. Some quiet time is really important, but not quiet time to sit there and ruminate because the problem has already been solved. So if there was something about the blue in this, like if there was something that you were a little bit concerned about related to beauty, related to aesthetics, related to the balance of something, the problem is being resolved. If you can get into some quiet time, it's actually going to raise your frequency, put you into problem solve, miracle mindedness, and then you can just kind of relax a little bit. Anything else is practical that they need to do? Okay. So make a stand for what you believe and do what you feel is right in spite of any disapproval or judgment from others. Yeah, so if you are concerned about aesthetic, image, beauty, branding, those sorts of things, like, Spirit is guiding you to make a stand and to do what you know in your heart you should do. You're being guided from the unseen realms and the problem is already resolved. So just keep moving confidently in the direction of your dreams and goals. Okay, so something related to a practical test or choice point to let you know that you are learning this material. Okay, so this really wants to come through. So you're going to be receiving confirmation that this problem has been solved through music, and really in your quiet time as you relax and become peaceful. As you relax, I hope you can see it. As you relax and become peaceful, and you have compassion for other people, young people, people who are not as mature or as on point as you are, and this is important to manifesting your dreams, and you keep taking action and doing what you know how to do, and adjusting your mood, your vibrations. Binaural beats is so helpful. In your quiet time, the problem resolves itself. And also you might want to add some binaural beats or some fun music to your quiet time. and that puts you into a state of compassion and peace and good feelings. And then whatever problem possibly related to an aesthetic will be resolved in terms of what you're trying to manifest. And material outgrowth is the experiences that you're presently going through are initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. So whatever it is that you create helps people in some way. Maybe it's directly related to counseling or some form of healing, but it could just be beauty. I'm hearing beauty is healing. So this is coming back here. So yeah, if you can approach it with compassion for yourself and others, you can really see any challenges that come towards you as really gifts that are just helping you shape and develop your skills. Okay, so spiritual guidance. Okay, I hope that you can see these. I normally have them set up different, but I thought I'd try it a little bit different this time. Okay, spiritual guidance for piece number 4. Okay, lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess. Here for this, soul call, gather. So yeah, reaching out to your community is important at this time, and something related to lineage, or just, it's very basically the mark you make throughout your life, and the lineage you seed by the energy lineage is what I'm getting. So let compassion be your guide, and be joyful and have fun and do things your way, a way that you find beautiful, that you find acceptable, that you find pleasing, but lineage. So you kind of set an example to younger people around you, people in your community. Be confident in what you do. Make a stand for what you believe. But you're here for this. You're here to move around. You're very proficient. You're very good at what you do. So just know that. Own that. I'm hearing something about lineage karma. So a lot of your industriousness, your aesthetic, it comes from your lineage. And also I'm getting you may want to gather to create something beautiful, to create something interesting. At any point that you need, you can seek higher wisdom from like an elder in the lineage, and they can help you as well. So I hope that you found that to be helpful for those of you who picked piece number 4.